claim her treasure, the adventurer Lara Croft must outwit the king, reach the Forbidden Tomb, and solve the mystery of the White Queen. The way will be fraught with trials.
Lara, are you doing your maths homework?
The adventurer should not dally any longer. In a minute, Dad! The high walls of the castle beckon, taunting. Strange beasts cross our hero's path. Hard to tell if they're bloodthirsty. This looks like a figure from that game Mum and Dad used to play. But why is it out here, in the playground? There's an A scratched in the bottom for Amelia. I miss you, Mum. Deadly accurate, for the most part. Our hero could shoot a fly of a cart at 100 paces. Looks like there's something up there in the crow's nest. I'll have to do better. A test of skill. Our hero will need a bullseye to weigh down that basket. The treasure is revealed. I think this is from when we walked the El Memsha. I don't remember much, except for how spicy the bazaar smelled. Mum looks so happy. So does Dad. It's not fair. Why did she have to die? Lara climbs out over a lake of bubbling lava. Amazing! Croft has entered a burial chamber that has not been disturbed in millennia. The excavation will soon reveal the secrets of this site. The White Queen, locked away, but not forgotten. The floor gives way! Lara tumbles into the darkness. The castle gates are well guarded. There's a reason our hero doesn't use the front door.
Yes, I'm aware.
forbidden tomb calls out. Fresh graves. The king does not take kindly to trespassers. The adventurer should not dally any longer. Croft should hurry if she wants to find the treasure. Now for the real treasure in the forbidden tomb. Our hero must be quiet to avoid alerting the king.
What does Lara have to do with any of this? She's in her room doing her homework.
She hasn't much time. The King's Guard will never expect Croft to climb the castle. The castle tower is taller than she thought. Our hero continues climbing, looking for another way in. Our hero spies another entrance.
Fucking nuthead.
Lara confronts the extraordinary height and danger and pushes it from her mind. Almost there. recovers her footing and her goal. Now, onward to the Forbidden Tomb. These parapets are damaged. She'll have to squeeze through. She's so close. She can almost touch it, but an invisible force field stands in her way. There must be another entrance. Adventurer has reached the summit. At last, she spots a way in below. She will have to be careful. Why do I do these stupid things? Shit! Croft chuckles at her audacity. She's close now. At last, she enters the Forbidden Tomb. Wow! By night, the great bat stole the queen at 30 north and 90 east. From her pen, she wrote her heart. With light, unlock her love's release. I wonder if the White Queen is lonely. A quotation from Chaucer. What is better than wisdom? Woman. What? This enigmatic illustration, recovered from a cursed and empty mausoleum, might be what our brave adventurer needs to finally find the lost treasure of the White Queen. She's managed to decipher the ancient text and has found a series of clues. A set of coordinates, a giant bat, and a series of game pieces in a line. The intrepid Lara will have to figure out what they all mean. It has taken our hero years to piece this map together, spending nights in dusty libraries going through ancient tomes, exploring sunken ships, stripped of treasure, and chasing down any lead, no matter how faint it may be. If she can recover the treasure, our brave adventurer may prove herself worthy of becoming Lord Richard Croft's assistant. Is better than a good woman. The note said 90 degrees east and 30 north. The head of King David. From a shepherd to a king. Imagine that. The cup of St. John. The apostle had been given a chalice of poisoned wine, but after his blessing, the poison transformed into a snake, and he drank the wine unharmed. This is an old game. 2 shields and a white crown. Could that be the White Queen? Where are the white pieces? The king and the White Queen. There's something in the shields. A Byzantine scroll. Justice is the constant and perpetual wish to render everyone his due. Emperor Justinian. This is Egyptian, an evil eye box. The contents were meant to help sustain and provide for people in the afterlife. Light, unlock her love's release. It worked. Croft has entered the forbidden mezzanine. She'll have to be careful. No matter where you stand, these masks seem to stare at you. Animal skulls, an omen of death and symbols of great change. This looks Mayan. Is it Kukulkan? I wonder who those two dogs are. This is from Colombia, a Xeno chieftain mask. I wonder if these eyes have seen El Dorado. I haven't seen some of these artifacts before. An ossuary. This box contains the bones of the dead. I can't read the inscription. This is the kind of armour that the conquistadors wore during the Age of Discovery. I wonder what they found. A statue of an Ariki from the Cook Islands. 25th dynasty. The interior of the sarcophagus is incredibly intricate. This looks Greek? No, Persian. I wonder what she's guarding. A Persian lioness. but someone stole her head. I wonder what she was looking at. The great batsman is on fire. An African tribal mask, made of gold. Ashanti, perhaps. The death mask of Agamemnon, found in Mycenae. A Persian lioness, but someone stole her head. I wonder what she was looking at. A yatiri, a South American healer. A baby Tyrannosaurus Rex. I wonder if it lost its mother too. I just wanted to thank you for your discretion, as well as the work you have done. The vault has been constructed exactly to my specifications. The final payment will be sent at the end of the week. The delay was due to an accounting error, which has now been rectified. Yours, Richard Croft. I bet the poor thing could hardly see out of that chanfron. The poor queen, Maria Theresa, died a painful death, to which the king said, "This is the first trouble she has given me." The Sun King, Louis XIV, married Maria Theresa, ending a long-standing war between France and Spain. The knight's shield reflects the light beam. There she is! The White Queen. Trapped. I have to help her. Now I can free her. With light, unlock her love's release. her heart pounding, our hero crosses the threshold into the unknown. These are Mum's things.
The path was dark and is guarded by bats, said the Red Knight. The White Queen regarded him with a curious smile and said,
Bats? I'm not afraid of bats. I'm not afraid of anything. Tell me about this.
You and me are riding a T-Rex in Egypt.
Where's Daddy?
At work.
very, very important. I cannot abandon my responsibilities just on the verge.
You are always on the verge. Your obsession is destroying this family.
Obsession? I'm upset.
You are missing your daughter's childhood because you're always in some tomb on the other side of the world. Why can't you be happy with what you have?
Oh, for goodness sake, you don't have to deal with it.
Dad?
Please, for goodness sake, you can't understand. This is probably the most important one I've arrived at. Well, okay, what do? I have to...
Dad? Dad! Dad! Come on. Please, Dad. Wake up. Dad. Don't leave me.
Morning. So, Silver Crown Mountain?
Yeah.
I wonder what the jungle has in store for us today.
Whatever it is, we'll handle it.
Hey, it can't be worse than yesterday, right?
All full up. Can't carry any more. I don't have enough space for that. Impossible. I can't carry any more. This camera belongs to the X700 line. Sam had one of those. I was so jealous. It's just the thing you'd want for an expedition to find a lost monument or civilization. This is proof that there were people coming here as recently as the 1980s. Even when modernity scoffs at them, some legends still manage to inspire people. The lens is cracked. Almost looks as though it was hit by a projectile of some type. 18th of July. I awoke this morning at the sight of my father wringing his handkerchief tightly between his two hands. Wide-eyed and unblinking, he stared in Raleigh's direction. Raleigh had passed. Infection had set into his wounds days ago, and shortly after, fever took hold. Between fits of cold sweats, laboured groans of pain, and demented ramblings, Raleigh had somehow been able to insist on forging ahead. Father had tried to reason with him, telling him to turn back, to let us carry the torch, but Raleigh made it clear. Turning our backs on him would have been leaving him there to die. We forged ahead. We were as far away from civilization as we had ever been, and we foolishly continued to trudge forward. So long, old friend. There's a road.
Let's check it out.
What's going on?
Shit, Trinity, get down.
Damn.
Truck's stuck. I can see that. What are we doing about it?
Follow my lead.
How the hell am I supposed to know?
What are you doing?
Get back. Hide.
You're the logistics guy, aren't you?
I'm not the one who drove onto a rotting bridge.
Oh, hold up. I got him. Hold on, they're friendlies. Keep your eyes Someone should check back there.
I'll do it.
Put it right there. Make sure nothing can get through. I want this whole area sealed off.
Yes, sir.
If there's anything here, we're gonna find it.
Someone should check back there.
I'll do it.
Put it right there. Make sure nothing can get through. I want this whole area sealed off.
Yes, sir.
If there's anything here, we're gonna find it.
When's the last time this thing was serviced? This is rusty. Don't get distracted, Mendez.
What are we looking for here?
Anything that moves. Anything that doesn't.
They still didn't find that relic. I'd love to be the guy that does.
Not me.
Why not? Be a hero.
I'll be dead more likely. No thanks. I'll keep sitting here looking for hostiles.
Less talking, more looking, gentlemen. Get off your asses. Yes, sir.
Lara, we're clear.
It's quiet. What's your team doing?
I'll check.
We're not paying them to sightsee.
We'll have to go under.
Yeah.
We know there's the main temple. What we're looking for is any smaller ruins we might have missed before.
Okay.
It's really wedged in there.
I'm afraid if we move it, we'll lose it.
We're gonna have to reinforce the bridge.
It'll be tough to find something to brace against.
So why didn't you test the bridge like I told you?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we did test the bridge first.
Fuck off.
Pull it out.
Okay, maybe. What do you think about that?
We can take them.
All right.
You go left. I'll take these guys.
What a guy.
Hide.
Dave, Sammy. Those guys, I told them to test the bridge first. Son of a... Dave! Dave! Sammy! Jesus!
down!
Fuck you! Stop! Thanks. You okay?
Yeah. Take this. I hope that's the last of them. That was close.
Yeah.
How'd they know to come here?
I don't know.
Not exactly the civilization I was hoping to run into. My arm is so itchy.
That means it's healing.
I might have liked it better when it was injured.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying not to think about my back.
You know, my grandmother survived a tsunami in the 60s.
What happened?
She lost friends. Her family lost their business. But after that, she could feel things coming. Volcanic eruptions, storms, other things. What was your mother like? You don't talk about her as much.
She was creative, adventurous. I think she was probably the glue that kept us together. After her death, it was more lonely. Do you ever think about going back to New Zealand?
Sometimes. Maybe not as much as Hawaii, but yeah.
Both your homes are so far removed from...
Everything? Maybe that's why I can't stop traveling.
All full up. Can't carry any more. Come on, let's go. That did it.
Any idea what the twins in that riddle are?
Could be anything. A pair of monuments or mountains or streams.
I suppose we'll know it when we see it.
Yeah. I see people down there.
Hope they're friendly.
I'll let you do the talking. Hi.
Do you know if there's a place nearby we can stay for the night?
How'd you get so deep into the jungle? You lose your tour group or something?
No.
There were some guys here before, looking for artifacts. You with them?
Trinity.
Definitely not.
I need a break anyway. Come with me. Oh. I'm sorry to ask so many questions, but the only B&B in town is my place.
Well, you can't be too careful. By the way, I'm Jonah.
Abby, Lara. Come in, have a seat. Carlos, 3. So, what are you here for exactly?
Well, we were following a riddle when our plane went down.
You mean it crashed?
Yeah.
And you just walked out of the crash?
Well, you know, it's cruising pretty low.
We are looking for Maya ruins.
Maya? You know you're in Peru, right?
Yeah. Long story.
Oh. Thanks. Well, you don't seem like a typical archaeologist.
Oh, she's the archaeologist. I'm just a cook.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried any of our local ceviche yet? It's a specialty.
Not unless it grows in the jungle.
No, don't tell me you missed our famous fish trees. Where did you take this?
Mexico. Why?
Oh, I've seen this symbol before.
Where?
There's some ruins nearby, and a small rock with something like this carved on it.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Yeah. Be my guest, but I guarantee they're not Mayan. My people were Inca and proud of it.
Why don't you rest for a while?
You sure?
I promised you a day off.
Well, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Have fun.
You too. Friends, colleagues. She's brilliant.
So, you're not...
Oh, no. Nothing like that. No, I'm, pretty single.
Interesting.
So you said you're Inca?
No, my ancestors, long way back.
New here, eh? Get used to doing a lot of nothing. Although drinking and sweating helps to break up the day.
You're not a local?
No, I work a ship that blew into some rocks just outside town. Storm came out of nowhere, sunk the damn thing.
You want to make a deal?
Huh.
Ah, hello. Are you here with the excavation team?
No, just passing through.
Okay. If you need anything, the market's in the middle of town. You can resupply before you move on.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Two years had been working up to never to ask her out. I finally do. And now, who is that guy anyway?
¿En dónde te refugiaste de la granizada de ayer?
En la escuela. Cuando vi que esa nube negra apareció de repente, me preocupé por los niños.
This cast iron conical mold was mainly used throughout the 60s and 70s to shape small gold ingots. Its unique shape causes the gold to settle at the bottom, separating it from impurities. This describes something nearby. Take a deep breath and find me right under another's nose. There's no mistaking that bright golden disk. Inti, the most important god of the Inca. He was the god of the sun, protector of the people, and the provider of warmth and light. Some legends also credit him with teaching humans the ways of civilization, and the Incan emperors were either considered his lineal descendants or physical incarnations of Inti on Earth, depending on which emperor you asked. Ago.
Like, before you were born?
Oh, much older. Before your grandfather was even born.
What happened to you?
Voy a pisarte. El más grande de todo el río. ¿Son los magos? Fíjate bien. ¿Dónde está la bota, Cayo?
The jungle takes what it wants. Hard to get it to give up its secrets. But I found one, I think.
You have?
The village has many layers. You peel one back and find another, and another.
It does seem to have quite the history.
Sometimes I wonder if it hasn't been here in one way or another since the beginning of time. You seem different than the others.
Which others?
All of them. Men looking for oil, gold, taking whatever they can.
Continue to restrict the distribution of supplies. When we come through the area, it's better for everyone if your people are more concerned with their next meal or their child's fever, rather than with what's happening outside the village. As promised, once our investigation in the area is complete, we will provide monthly rations equal to double what you currently receive from care for 24 months, provided you keep up your end of the bargain. Cordially, Estela Diaz, Director of Community Outreach Programs, Order of Trinity.
Murieron por tu culpa. Se suponía que debías estar atento al clima.
Estuve observando todo el tiempo. Maldita sea. La tormenta salió de la nada.
¿Cómo te fue hoy? Estuviste tomando muestras de suelo en el noreste, ¿verdad?
Sí, el nivel de mercurio. ¿Qué pasó con nuestro pronóstico que suele ser?
Always nice to see fresh faces in town. Good for the mind to know that our little corner of the world isn't forgotten. Also good for the wallet, if you'd maybe take a look at what we have for sale up at the general store.
Holy Lord, thank you for grace. Please help us move beyond the hurdles that trip us up, and give us the strength and wisdom to look up and see the hope we run toward with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Sorry, I didn't realize this was a private residence.
Gosh, we lost a lot, but I didn't realize it was that bad.
I really didn't mean to.
I know you didn't. But if you'll excuse us, we have a lot of work to do.
La gente cree que puede entrar y salir a su antojo. Es propiedad privada. Propiedad privada. La tormenta se llevó todo. Pero esto aún es mío.
All full up. Can't carry any more.
There used to be a temple on the island over there, but all that's left is a couple crumbled walls.
And one stone pillar, it looks like.
That's more a statue than a pillar. Real intricate work. A college professor came out to study it a few years ago.
Did he tell you what he learned?
He said it didn't make any sense. Was pretty angry about it too. Said we tried to trick him or something.
Sí, pero sería mucho pedir que me ayude de vez en cuando. Ay, yo me moriría de aburrimiento si tuviera que sentarme a pescar todo el día. Al menos con esto uno hace catarsis.
Así libero frustración para no destripar a Ernesto en cuanto lo veo.
Bet you've never seen anything like this, huh? This is my last one. Sold the rest to that commander fella. He was a little intense, but hey, he bought all my stock, didn't he? Well, except this one. Runs smooth, never breaks down. It's a real beaut, isn't it?
Well...
No, I'm serious. My wife here, she hasn't been the same since the accident. But the gentle hum, it helps her relax.
I'm glad.
It's just enormous. It must weigh as much as me.
Have you seen my husband or my daughter?
I don't think so. Where did you last see them?
They spend their nights with the stars, sparkling and waving at me. But in the morning, they travel to the river.
Oh.
I usually see them shining there. But the storm muddled the waters. I know they're down there. I know they are.
The engine shit the bed.
So where are the oars?
Back at the house.
I'm not even going to ask.
Well, look. Maybe we can...
Always nice to see fresh faces in town. Good for the mind to know that our little corner of the world isn't forgotten. Also good for the wallet, if you'd maybe take a look at what we have for sale up at the general store.
¿Cómo te fue hoy? Estuviste tomando muestras de suelo en el noreste, ¿verdad?
Sí, el nivel de mercurio fue un poco menor que la vez pasada. Es una buena noticia.
Looks like this is Abby's family tree. Her family has lived in this village for hundreds of years, and it seems as though she's somehow related to most of the villagers. I've been doing some research, and I think we might be able to set ourselves up with a homemade refinery. It's going to be a lot of work, though, and I can't do it alone. We'll need to build an oil tank, 1,000-liter capacity. The hull of the ship sunk in the river could be used for the tank. Any volunteers for a salvage mission? We'll need to set up a system to collect the crude. Who wants to be in charge of the bucket brigade? Once we get these things set up, we should be able to make diesel, kerosene, and petrol. Enough to fly the planes and eventually maybe even turn a profit.
I know it sounds silly given everything that's happened, but I'd really like to do something special for her birthday.
Silly? Nah, I think it's a great idea. She's done so much for this town. It'll give everyone a break.
I was thinking maybe a cake?
Where are we going to get a cake?
Make one?
Okay, I'm putting you in charge of that.
Otra tormenta como la última y el río se llevará toda la aldea.
Quizás sea lo mejor.
Ay, solo estás disgustado por todo el trabajo extra que tenemos que hacer.
No se equivoca. Prefería estar jugando con ellos.
La última vez quedaste adolorido 3 días, anciano.
Hey, you want to know your way around Kuakyaku? Just ask me.
Are you the local tour guide?
I know where to go, and who to steer you clear of.
I see.
Best fish is on the dock, obviously. Tacos are best at El Licor de Cerdo, but his beer is piss warm.
I'll watch out for that.
Oh, and Omar, stay away from that guy. You don't need his kind of trouble. Thinks he can just come to town and take what he wants.
Right. Well, I'll be sure to keep an eye out for trouble.
Keep them both open.
Remember, Javier, no more than 15 to 20 minutes per pound on the fire, or else the skin will blacken and the meat will go tough.
I don't care. Once you have a dad, why don't you back from the city? You're gonna blow up frogs, and I'm gonna miss you.
2 years I've been working up to never to ask her out. I finally do, and now, who is that guy anyway?
The engine shit the bed.
So where are you?
¿Cómo te fue hoy? ¿Estuviste tomando muestras de
Omar. They've been working all night.
And? Isn't that what they're paid for? Get lost.
It's on...
Shit, no.
Now fuck off and let me watch the damn game.
What is that?
Sure would be great to get these thieves out of here.
Everything all right?
No. It's all terrible, as usual. These pillagers come to town, hire us to dig up our own relics, don't even pay us a living wage.
And then they run off with them and profit.
We are all desperate here. There's no work since Porvenir pulled out. We're sitting ducks.
And I imagine the storm hasn't helped matters.
What little we had is gone or underwater. I don't know what to do anymore.
I have some experience with these kinds of people. Maybe I can help.
I don't know what good it'll do. Did I catch your name?
Lara.
I'm Victor. If you want to talk to Omar, the executive lead tormentor in charge of theft and pillaging, he's in there.
Thanks.
Be careful. He doesn't like to be challenged.
De nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. Bien, bien. ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Gol! Huerta se la pasa a Castillo. Castillo aguanta. ¿Aún la tiene? Castillo esquivó la barredora. Ve libre a Celis y le hace un pase. ¡Y se tropezó! ¡La multitud enloquece! Vaya tumulto el que se formó allá abajo. El árbitro le puso fin. No hubo falta. ¡Bien, bien! ¡Que jueguen! Viene el disparo. Salazar para Moreina. Moreina de nuevo a Salazar. Salazar hace un pase largo. Carrillo con el balón. Superó a los defensores. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos!
Piss off. Who are you? Looking for work?
Well, you're out of luck. We have enough people. Marco's in charge of HR now anyway.
Yes, thank you. Do you know where he is?
Where else? The bar.
El árbitro le puso fin. Bien, bien, que jueguen.
Those sites are dangerous, Marco. Anything can happen.
I'm looking for Marco.
Why? For what?
I just want to talk to him.
He doesn't want any trouble.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm looking for work.
Work? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
So, you're Marco?
Tell me Omar didn't send you here to mess with me? If any of those animals hurts my son, I'll...
Marco, I'm not with Omar. Believe me. What's this about your son?
I blew out my knee, so Omar took Pablo to replace me at the dig site. Said I was HR now and that it was my job to find a replacement. Otherwise...
Otherwise, he'd keep working your son.
Yeah. I'm worried he's just gonna keep Pablo up there, even if I bring him someone.
Well, it's a good thing you've just hired someone.
You? Really? You do that?
We wouldn't want to disappoint the boss, would we?
Thank you. If you see Pablo, please tell him I'm here.
I don't think I can do it. Go on, it's easy.
All full up. Can't carry any more.
¿Tuviste noticias de tu hija?
This is a dedication to Supe, god of death and ruler of Uku Pasha, the Incan underworld. It entreats him to come forth with his legions of demons and to converge on this site, where the local people will do him honor with written poems extolling his greatness or offerings of food and drink. By paying him the respect he deserves in this way, the local people pray he will only take those he must, and not harm any others of their community unnecessarily. What is that? Oh my God.
Please, help me.
Are you okay?
You're coming after me?
Are you Pablo?
Jess.
It's okay. Your father sent me. He's at Abby's. Go meet him there. I'll take care of these guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Get out of here. That doesn't sound good.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else you wanted. I can't motivate you. You're sleeping.
Oh, I think there's a way you can motivate them.
Shit.
What the hell got into it? He used to bring us 10 people a week.
Ask me, it's that brother bitch. Always unionization this and justice that. Wow, wow, wow.
Fucking snowflake. Are the fines here even worth it?
They're on the black market. True, almost 100% markup. Whatever we get for them.
All full up. Can't carry any more.
Of this abuse!
Last warning!
We refuse to sit still for this.
This is the last straw! Step back!
You'd better let him go. Now! You can't hide behind your guns anymore.
Back to work or he dies! We refuse to let you threaten us!
Think he's bluffing?
You're just a lousy bunch of thieves!
I mean it! I'll kill him!
You finally pushed us too far!
Back off.
Release him or else!
That's it! No more fucking around!
The man is gonna kill us when what? He won't want Dominguez.
Men down! We're taking casualties. Stay together.
All right. Need to get back to the village. This knife is a cheap plastic replica of those traditionally used to sacrifice llamas in the Inti Raymi or Sun God festival. It was also occasionally used to perform trepanning surgery. The Inca believed that cutting a hole in the skull could relieve pressure to cure some diseases. Impossible. I can't carry any more. Impossible. I can't carry any more.
Did you see him?
Pablo?
Yeah, he's running toward Alice.
I hope he's okay.
haven't seen you around here before.
I just got in, but I won't be staying long.
Don't let how it looks fool you. This is a good place. Difficult, but good.
Your garden seems to have survived the storm.
Luck and hard work. A lot of people pitched in to grow it, so they all came to protect it too.
I know it sounds silly. Pablo told me what you did. I don't know what to say, apart from thank you.
Of course.
You know, many years ago when my grandfather was still a boy, men came here and tried to cut down the wilderness around the village. Everyone was afraid to stand up to them, except my grandfather. A 15-year-old boy with an empty gun stood on the edge of the village and held back machines and men twice his size.
Sometimes the courage of one person can outweigh the cowardice of dozens.
I still have the gun he used to hold them back. I'd like you to have it, as a symbol of courage and my gratitude.
Don't you want to give that to Pablo?
My boy wants to be a doctor, like his mother. Say, what's your name anyway?
Lara.
I'll have a new story to tell now, Lara. Thanks again.
Thank God. The storm barely affected the village. The epicenter was closer to the plain. But it could have been much worse. What have I done? What if the earthquake hits here? Hundreds of people will die. I need to find a way to stop it.